Hello everyone, my name is Valor, and in this video we're going to be talking about the new One Punch chapter in Saitama's full power, opposing each other, polar opposite fists. This chapter was actually insane for Saitama's level of strength. Even Blast was just trying to move them away from the planet for fear of just how much damage it would cause, trying to teleport them away when the two serious punches clash. And even the raw power from this clash was too much for Blast's gates to handle, that he had to have help in order to push them away, which should speak volumes considering that Blast is the #1 S-rank hero, and Saitama and Garou's just fists clashing was enough to not only throw him back, it seems, but also require him to have amped gates in order to push them away. And he thinks the least he could do is alter the vector of the destructive energy away from the earth. And we see the result of that explosion was destroying multiple stars, which is calculated to be around solar system level, but it could be much higher depending on just how you calculate. But some calcs have got it to low galaxy level, roughly, which is a massive upgrade from I think the last most impressive thing that we got was the Boros solar system statement from the guidebook. So this feat of just Garou and Saitama clashing fists was enough to destroy this entire place. And with the Viz preview saying that Garou has infinite power, we might actually be seeing a new meta develop within Saitama and within Garou that will change all of One Punch Man. And the recoil from that blast, from that punch, was so intense, it threw both of them all the way to Io, which is a moon on Jupiter, which is very far away, to put it lightly. And we get one of the most impressive things in all of the manga. Saitama, oh well, at least I can let loose at my full power against the guy who can stay up. So in this chapter, we finally get to see Saitama's full power, and it is insane. Saitama's so strong, he literally digs his hands into the planet and rips it up using his serious move, Killer Series table flip. And meanwhile, Garou's just trying to figure out how to get back to Earth, while Saitama's kind of bloodlusted and wants to body this guy. And Garou tries to seemingly teleport Saitama away and fires a blast at him, and Saitama just kind of kicks it away and back into his face, and then just starts beating his ass. And we get one of the most impressive statements in the entire chapter, when Saitama grabs the Hypergate and lifts it up, and we get to see what Garou says about it. And Garou says he can grab hyperspace gates. And for those who don't know, a hyperspace is something with more than 3 dimensions, meaning if this statement is true and it really is a hyperspace, this would be a 4th dimensional feat from Saitama, meaning he is definitely universal, as a 4th dimensional object is much greater than anything that's 3-dimensional, which would, include our universe. If, depending on what theories you believe. Yeah, another theory is that time is the 4th dimension, in which case that's still an incredible feat, 4th dimensional. You could still argue that to be universal, but it's definitely greater than any 3-dimensional object, which you could say anything in the universe is, or the universe itself might actually be. And Garou goes on to tell us that he's absorbed the styles and techniques of countless schools, fighting using every single one of these in synergy. That is my fist. So every single technique that Garou has ever learned is combined into one style, and we see him doing that exact thing, combining the hypergates that he just got from Blast, combining the techniques that he's learned throughout the manga up to this point, like water stream, rock smashing, and exploding heart release, whirlwind, iron cutting, nuclear fission, gravity knuckle. He's combining all of these in tandem to face Saitama, and he's just nuking the planet he's on while he does it. And we get the statement that he can let loose a barrage of ever-changing attacks from all directions with his fists, and the timing is irrelevant, they are completely unavoidable. And we actually see scuff marks on Saitama, and he seems to have lost all of his clothes, so he's butt booty naked while he's beating up Garou. And we get to see the insane table flip, which was just amazingly drawn by Murata. And he flips the table, and the entire of Io, barely even a fraction of it is left, completely shatters into rocks all of the way through. And while these rocks are floating, Saitama uses them to bounce off and beat up Garou with a new move, Omnidirectional Serious Punch. And we see like Saitama's just so fast, he's able to create after images. And Saitama even follows Garou through his hyper gates to continuously just beat him up and bounce him across rocks, just continuously pummeling him down. And we see just the light show, the bouncing all around the rocks. And it's one of the most impressive things we've ever seen Saitama done, I feel. But it's insane that we see Garou able to take so many just serious punches. But what's even crazier is that Garou says that not only is Saitama limitlessly strong, but he'll just copy him limitlessly until he wins. And we see one of the most impressive things in all of One Punch Man. Saitama and Garou punched each other, and we actually see, for the first time in the series, I think, Saitama bleed from an attack, which should just go to show how insane of a power level Garou has to be able to not only damage and just survive against a full power Saitama, but actually hurt him in the process. Cosmic Garou and Saitama have reached new levels of strong, and I wouldn't doubt you at all for believing them to be actually just universal at this time. They are definitely planetary, no question, absolutely. They are very, very, very likely to be solar system. They are extremely likely to be galaxy level at this time. But the current thing I think we should be pushing for sure, is a universal Saitama and Garou. Something completely new to One Punch Man. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time. Have a lovely day.